Hi, welcome to Sports Night. My name is Haley Jatakis alongside David Woodruff, and we're ready to bring you this week's breaking news. Powered by an outstanding second-half effort from the senior Charles Matthews, the 7th-ranked University of Michigan men's basketball team pulled away late to secure a 61-52 victory over the 19th-ranked Wisconsin on Saturday afternoon at Chrysler Center. Saturday's win marks the 13th time Michigan basketball has held an opponent below 60 points. Matthews led the Wolverines in scoring on the day with 18 points. Junior John Teske chipped in with a 17-point, 12-rebound double-double, with both figures matching career highs. Sophomore Jordan Poole added 10 points and 9 rebounds, and Xavier Simpson tallied 5 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists in a season-high 40 minutes played. With only 1:28 left in the fourth quarter, a step-back jumper from Matthews gave the Wolverines a 5-point advantage, 55-50. On the next possession, Matthews hit another mid-range shot as the shot clock expired, bringing the Chrysler faithful to its feet. The Wolverines led 57-50 with 23.6 seconds remaining, due in large part to Matthews' 16-point second half. With the win, the Wolverines improved their record to 22-2, but only have a half-game lead over Purdue in the Big Ten Conference. Up next for the Wolverines is a battle on the road at Penn State. That was a good win. I enjoyed watching it. What did you think?
Yeah, it was great to see a collective effort, everyone pitching in, and great to see Charles Matthews. He's really that isolation scorer when it gets late in the shot clock. He's the one that can really hit those big shots, and you know, when it comes time for March, you need those one-on-one players who can get it done if maybe the passing isn't going so well or shooters aren't knocking down shots. 3 p.m. on February 7th marked the conclusion of another busy trade deadline in the National Basketball Association. This year's deadline will be remembered as much for the deals that did not happen as the ones that did go through. The Eastern Conference saw a flurry of movement, with the teams at the top of the conference getting stronger, with an eye towards the playoffs. The conference-leading Milwaukee Bucks added floor-spacing big man Nikola Mirotic from the New Orleans Pelicans, surrounding star Giannis Antetokounmpo with more perimeter shooting. Meanwhile, the Toronto Raptors added longtime Memphis Grizzly big man Marc Gasol. And finally, the Philadelphia 76ers added wing Tobias Harris from the Los Angeles Clippers, pushing all their chips into the middle of the table for the playoff push and completing the process. The Western Conference was far quieter, with the biggest story stemming from Los Angeles Lakers' failed attempt to secure New Orleans superstar Anthony Davis. The Lakers had reportedly offered over half of their roster and a plethora of picks, only for it to surface that Pelicans general manager Dell Demps was intentionally sabotaging a potential deal and negotiating in bad faith. So, pretty crazy story.
I know. This time of year is always so crazy with all the trades. It's hard to keep up.
Yeah, so what move do you think was the most important?
I don't know. I think that Milwaukee trade was really important. I mean, I like the Midwest team, so I like to see them succeed.
Yeah, they definitely have a good shot this year. Lots of shooting, and of course, Giannis is on another level driving to the basket.
It was a big weekend for the Michigan hockey team, which took on Michigan State at home Friday and in Detroit on Saturday for the annual Duel in the Deep. In the first game at Yost, sophomore forward Jack Becker and Michael Pastioff had two goals apiece. Becker's rebound got the Wolverines on the board in the first, but MSU would respond with a 3-on-2 rush to tie it at intermission. Pastioff started the second period with a one-timer that would spark a 3-goal period and a 4-1 lead for Michigan. This lead proved to be enough for the Wolverines with a 5-3 victory, sending them to Detroit for Saturday's duel at Little Caesars Arena with buzzing. Little Caesars Arena was buzzing as Michigan looked for its third consecutive Iron D trophy. They would jump out to a 2-0 lead after Quinn Hughes assisted Dakota Raby and Will Lockwood scored on a power play. The teams would then go scoreless through the second period, although a goaltender interference called back a third Michigan goal. The Wolverines went up 3-0 in the third before the Spartans' Mitch Lewandowski scored himself 2 goals to close the gap. It wouldn't last long, though, as Michigan finished with 2 more goals to claim the Iron D with a 5-2 win. You know, I was there that night. It was buzzing. Little Caesars Arena really was a good time. I thought it was a great game.
Well, fans always will get up for that Michigan State rivalry, and a championship game. I'm sure it was a terrific atmosphere.
Yeah, especially with Michigan leading most of the time. It was a little lopsided in the cheering, but it still was a good rivalry.
The 16th ranked Michigan men's tennis team battled back after dropping the doubles point for a 6-1 victory over Central Florida on Sunday afternoon at the Varsity Tennis Center. Michigan won the first doubles match with a 6-2 victory by the team of sophomore Matthias Seymar and freshman Andrew Fenty. However, the Knights rattled off consecutive wins to claim the doubles point, heading into singles play. Michigan evened the score at 1 when Seymar made quick work at the top singles spot. The Estonia native earned an upset win over number 17 ranked Gabriel DeCamps, defeating him in straight sets, 6-0 and 6-2. Fenty continued to play well in the early going as he dominated Trey Hildebrand to give U of M its first lead of the afternoon. Patrick Maloney earned himself his third straight win with a 6-0, 6-4 victory. Junior Connor Johnston battled back from a second set defeat for a convincing 6-2 win in the third set to give U of M a come-from-behind win. The remaining matches were played out with senior Miles Scallett battling back from a first set loss to UCF's Alan Rubio to win 6-4 in the second set and 12-10 in the third set tiebreaker. Michigan will be back in action on Saturday, February 23rd at noon when it hosts Notre Dame in a rematch of last year's NCAA regional final. So lots of exciting tennis going down at the Varsity Tennis Center. Thoughts on the action?
I mean, to be honest with you, I am so surprised how well the tennis team is doing. They had a little rough start, but they came back and that was an exciting match. I can't even believe it.
It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish.
That is right. And with that, that's all the breaking news we have for you this week. Remember to come back and watch us again, and thanks. Have a great sports night.